day 3 of the lesson. Over the past few days, I've really shown you the steps of this, and you guys have shown me through the Kahoot, through speaking and verbally saying the steps of stop and dare that you guys are learning, what they mean, and what we're really doing, okay? So good job. We have been using our learning role. I shortened it a little bit for us today so we don't run too out of breath when we say it. So one last time, if you guys would read this with me. 1, 2, 3. I can orally recite the parts of the essay planning strategy called STOP. I can orally recite the essay parts reminder called DARE. I can graph the number of parts found in an essay. Good job, guys. Okay, so just a quick recap from yesterday. As you guys saw, I went through my own example with you, going through these steps of coming up with ideas. Should students go to school during the summer or not? These are the ideas we came up with for why they should be going to school in the summer, and then the reasons against it. And then, as we know, in the end, I chose that I wanted to argue that students should not attend school during the summer, and picked some really strong ideas from my organized ideas step that I can use for planning my essay. So, what we're going to do now is, it is going to be your guys' turn to kind of go through this process on your own, all right? So at the end of class yesterday, I had you all go to your essay topics list and choose an essay from the list. Hey Zane, can you turn to this page, please? Thank you guys. Kaden, turn to this brainstorming or the essay topics page. What I want you to do, now yesterday we thought about maybe which topic you wanted to write about. Today I want you to, for sure, solid pick one of these on the list. So if you want to star or circle whichever one you think that you feel strongly enough about, that you can argue and come up with some good ideas to write about, okay? So take a few seconds, pick an essay topic that you're going to write about. All right, so what I want you guys to do is, once you have your essay topic chosen, there is a page, and what you can even do is you can take it out. It's called cue cards, okay? And basically it's all these steps that we worked through yesterday, but they're just organized nice and neat for you guys. So what I want you to do is take this out and have it like at the corner of your desk to be able to refer to. As you can see, it has step 1, step 2, step 3, everything that we're working through, and I even have the steps on the board as well for what you're doing. Make sense? So I want to see that each of you have your cue cards out on your desk that you can refer to, okay? So like I said, you can rip it right out, have it on the corner of your desk. Zane, can I see that, please? Thank you. Because this is going to be really helpful, you guys. I'm not doing this just to be annoying. This is going to be seriously helpful. All right. Now, what you're actually going to be working with is this brainstorming sheet. So find this in your packet. Hey, can we get eyes on the packet, please? Thank you. Got it? Awesome. So this brainstorming sheet. Hey Zane, can I see this in front of you, please? All right. First, so this is what we're using as a reminder tool. Okay? This is what we're actually going to be filling out. Got it? So Zane's desk, this is how your desk should look. Just like Zane's desk. It looks like you guys have got it. So, if you want, what you can do is you can write at the top the essay topic that you chose. You can put it, you have for and against, okay? Remember we worked through this yesterday? So the first step that you're going to be doing to filling this out is coming up with ideas that are going to support your argument or go against it. Now, you don't necessarily have to choose which side you're going to argue yet. That's our second step. So all we're doing first is coming up with ideas, okay? If you guys want, I can put my example from yesterday up here on the board. So this is what I came up with for my example yesterday. So if you guys want to refer to that, that's awesome too. Whatever helps you. Remember, refer to your cue cards. Step number 1, list ideas for both sides, okay? And once you finish that, move on to the next. What you guys can do is you can work independently, filling this out. We're just brainstorming ideas. You guys did a really good job yesterday at ping-ponging and helping me come up with my ideas, okay? You guys should be able to do the same thing for what you come up with, okay? They don't have to be perfect. Remember, we're just coming up with ideas, all right? So if you want, you can talk to a partner or work independently, but you guys really need to be filling this out, both sides, okay? So that's the first thing I want you to do, is come up with ideas. Does anybody want to share with me the topic that they chose? Kaden? Should students be graded on their schoolwork? Perfect. So on one side, Kaden's going to say, these are all the reasons why students should be graded on their schoolwork. This side, he's going to write all his ideas for why they should not be graded on their schoolwork, okay? Kaden Flores, did you want to tell me your topic?
Yes.
What is it?
Do you think teachers should give students homework?
Okay, great. Should students be given homework? Perfect. I bet you guys can come up with some ideas why they should and should not, right? Because a lot of you, I think you guys have some strong feelings about getting homework done, okay? So think about, remember, you're going to be arguing this, or the purpose is to argue your point. So you want to come up with some ideas. I'll give you guys a few minutes to work on that, and I'll walk around and see how we're doing and what we come up with, okay? All right, thank you. What's your topic, Colin? What is it? Ooh, that's a good one. Did you? Well, see, you have a lot of good insight to come up with ideas then.
No.
Okay. All right. So remember, we're actually writing down these ideas. You don't have to come up with all 7. Just try to get like 3 or 4 on each side, okay, guys? Like, I seriously need you guys working and focusing to do this. You should not be doing anything else right now and coming up with ideas. If you need help, I can help you. Okay? Okay, and yours is, should they be graded on homework? Those are great ideas. You're doing awesome. Great, some extra credit. And like I said, you don't have to have all 7, just a few that you can work with. All right. Oh, you're doing, should there be a dress code? Okay, gotcha. Okay, good job. I'm trying to think, what else? Should there be uniforms? Uniforms. And against, it could be students don't get to express themselves through clothes. Maybe that could be a good against. Or how about for students, maybe students aren't getting bullied for clothes that they can't afford or like wear name brands. Does that make sense? Because not everybody can wear like Nike and Okay. Zane, coming up. What topic did you choose?
Kids shouldn't get punished.
Oh, okay. Awesome. What's one idea you have for why they should get punished?
They better not to.
Oh, that's awesome. Really good idea. Good job. So you guys all are on the right track. You're doing really well. Hey, Colin, are we writing these ideas down or are you just thinking? So I was talking to Jacoby, and one idea we came up with for why students should not wear uniforms is because they can't express themselves through their clothes. They can't, you know, show their creativity and personality. Something that could be for uniforms is there's no
It can't be against the law, can't express
That would be against uniforms. Yeah, good job. For uniforms. Nobody is like picked on for not being able to wear certain clothes or
So that
certain name
doesn't happen
brands.
commonly either way.
You don't think so? Well, that's good. I'm happy to hear that.
Like, as I come from two schools, one school we had to wear uniforms itself, the other, everyone had used very different clothing, so no one picked on each other for it.
Well, that's awesome. So that's something you could argue too, is you could say, I've been to a school where there was not uniforms and there was never a
Yeah,
problem.
but there's never been, and where I'm from, there's never been a problem with people wearing,
Name brands or not
yeah,
name
name brands,
brands.
not name brands, anything like that.
Okay.
Now, style was somewhat, you know, people wear hoodies in summer, people would argue, oh, it's too hot or it's too cold and all that, but that's just normal.
Yeah, you're right. Okay, so it looks like you guys have come up with quite a few ideas for both sides. Now that you have come up with ideas for both sides, you guys, this is the time now for our next step on our cue card. It says when to take a side, okay? Remember that letter T for in step, we're taking a side now. So if you take a look at all the ideas you have for and against your argument, hey Zane, head up buddy please. You can decide which do I agree with, which do I want to argue, right? So you guys that are doing should students have to wear uniforms, think to yourself, what do I agree with? Do I think they should wear uniforms? Do I think they should not wear uniforms? Okay, so once you decide, are you for or against this, we're gonna put a check next to whichever side we choose, just to indicate this is the side. What do you say? So, are you going to be for or against dress code, or uniforms? Against uniforms. So you put your check right there, you got it. Zane, did you pick a side? Which are you gonna argue? Against, alright. Good job, I see your check marks. Let me see them. Are you thinking about which side? Alright. Okay. Good job, you guys. So, our next point would be to, like I did yesterday, wrong one, is I'm going to use the ideas I came up with on my brainstorming sheet, and I'm gonna think to myself, which of the ideas that I came up with, they're all pretty good, they all could work, but which ones are the strongest that I know are going to best fit into my essay. So if I have 4 or 5 ideas, I'm gonna choose maybe like 2 or 3 that I really wanna hit home with and really want to address in my essay. Whichever ones you think seal the deal the most, that will make your argument the most convincing, okay? So all you're doing is looking at these ideas and maybe making a star or circling the ones that you want to make sure I am going to include this in my essay. Does that make sense? Okay. So take a few minutes and do that. Remember, you can refer to my example or use the cue cards at your desk to make sure you're on the right track with your steps. Okay? All right. So go ahead and do that. Take a few minutes, star the ideas that you know you want to include in your essay, okay? Thank you. So we put a check mark next to which side we're going to take, okay? What you're doing now is you're putting stars and circling the ideas you want to for sure include in your essay. So at this point, you know which side you're taking. We're just making a mark to make sure we know which ones we actually really want to include in our essay, okay? Alright, working on that. I'm gonna walk around and make sure I see some stars, some ideas circled, okay? Remember, you're starring your most strong ideas, okay? So if you had an idea that you're maybe not so sure about, maybe it could go both ways, probably don't want to use that one. Good job, Jacoby, that looks awesome. We know which ones we're gonna use. Okay, you guys, because this is important, because we're actually gonna put this in our essays. Alright, so we've worked through our ideas, we've suspended our judgment, we've taken aside, we've organized our ideas. Our last step and stop is to plan more as we write. So that just means the more we go along with our writing, we're just gonna continue to plan. So what I want you guys to do now is tell me, do you guys prefer, Mrs. Bruno, do you have a suggestion if they're gonna kind of rough draft an essay, if it's better to do it on their Chromebooks to type or on piece of paper? Chromebook? Okay. So if you guys could please get out your Chromebooks, we're gonna open up a new blank document. Hey Zane, Chromebook please. Everybody should be getting out their Chromebooks and opening up a new document, okay? You guys know how to do this. You good? Everybody charged up and ready to go?
Yes.
Hey Colin, can we get the earbud out please? Thanks buddy. Alright, so we're gonna be taking all of the information we organized, all our ideas, and we're gonna put it in together. Now, remember you guys, as a review, our DARE stands for the steps of our essay. So as you guys begin to draft this, the first thing we're gonna do is what? What's the very first thing we have to do for our essay? Who can tell me? Very first thing, Kaden. Develop a topic sentence. Okay, bingo, that's step number one. And then as we go down and work through our essay, you can follow these steps, all right? Remember your topic sentence is gonna be that main idea. What are you going to be arguing? So what I want you guys to do is to work through these steps, developing a topic sentence, add supporting details. Your supporting details are right in front of you. You already came up with those. See how nice that is? So instead of just going into the essay blindly, this is why we use this strategy, so we have the ideas already laid out in front of us to use. So first thing, let's just go ahead and start with our topic sentence. If you guys can get a good topic sentence going. So remember, my topic sentence for my topic was, I don't think students should go to school during the summer because blank, 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 right? So try to come up with a good, solid topic sentence for what you're arguing. Zane, he said, my argument is, I don't think kids should have punishments.
I changed it, I touched it.
Oh, you're changing it? See? And that's planning more as you write, because you might get to writing and think, I really can't support this argument, and wanna flip and do the other one. Okay? So, first things first, really get your topic sentence going, get that. You like that, Kaden? Okay. When I hear typing kind of slow down, I'll move on to the, or if does anybody want to share their topic sentence that they came up with? Yes, Zane.
I think that kids should be punished for their actions because they were never learned the lesson.
Bingo. So that's an awesome topic sentence, because you are stating, it's very clear to me as your reader, I know what you're arguing, I know what you're going to say and what your essay is going to be about. That's really awesome. Anybody else want to share their topic sentence that they came up with? Yes.
I think students should not be graded on their schoolwork because it might cause them to essentially stress out from passing grades.
Okay, awesome. That's awesome. Good job. So now that you guys have come up with your topic sentences, the next step to do is to look at your brainstorming sheet at the ideas that you starred to plug those into your essay. So this is really gonna be what you're arguing, what you're supporting. You're gonna say, I don't think I do think kids need to be punished because idea, or I don't think students should receive grades on homework because idea that you came up with on your brainstorming sheet. So this should be a good chunk of your essay because you have already come up with quite a few ideas. Does that make sense? Why don't you guys take a few minutes to do that, and I will come around and help you if you need. So, Kaden. So, some of the ideas that you decided to use is grades stress kids out. Oh, yeah. Right, so you can say, getting graded on homework adds a lot of stress to kids. So if kids aren't graded on homework, that will relieve stress, right? Yeah, that works. Are you thinking? See, look, you did a really good job at organizing these ideas. So, what you're gonna do to support your argument is you wanna use these that you starred. I don't think that students should be required to wear uniforms because most schools wear regular clothes. Bingo. So, what you're gonna do to add supporting details is wearing uniforms does not allow students to express themselves. Bingo, supporting idea. You have it right in front of you. It's just gonna be a matter of putting it into words, right? And I can help you as much as you need it. Good job, Zay. It looks like you're typing away. Kids should have homework. Okay, so that's your topic sentence, right? So your ideas, this is why we fill this out, because we need to come up with ideas. Okay, that helps us out when we're writing our essay. Those supporting ideas. You guys are doing really good. Keep working. Oh yeah? You are doing awesome. That is really good. Good job. We probably won't get through all of this today, you guys, because you guys are working really hard on coming up and adding these supporting ideas. But just keep working. Hey, pay attention, please. If you don't have any ideas because you didn't fill this out, maybe you should go back to this step and start thinking of ideas. What's your topic?
I don't think kids should have homework.
Okay, topic. So, are you saying, what are you gonna argue? Are you gonna argue that students should have homework or that they should not? Why? Why shouldn't they? Come up with your ideas and write them down. Why shouldn't they? Bingo. I can think of one, because they already work so hard in school. They need time to relax. They need time to go to work, go to sports. So you have lots of ideas you can come up with, okay?
Mhm.
That you can pull from to put into your essay. That's why this is important to fill out. What I want you guys to do, because I see you guys are all working really hard, and I want to have a chance to look at them. I know it's kind of hard to see over here, but if you could please share it with me to my email. It's ascott @mommy, okay?
Here it is.
Make sure your name's on them.
Yes, good point. Thank you, Mrs.
On the
Brown.
top, but it says on the on title presentation, or just both.
So we're really only having time to get through like these first 2 steps today. But if we had more time, and that's okay because essays do take a lot of time, you guys. We only have 30 minutes as it is, okay? But that's probably as much as I want you guys to get through today. What's up, Kaden?
Does he have?
Yes, that's correct. Because I want to see what you guys came up with. But you guys are doing really good. If we had more time, we would maybe like in another lesson, another day, finish this up with our other 2 components. But I don't expect you guys to get through more than this today. I really want you guys, because those supporting details is really like what's carrying your essay. That's super important, so I want you guys to spend time focusing on that. And that's why we prepare and plan, so we can get those in there. Were you able to get at least a couple things down?
Mhm.
Hey, Kaden, make sure you put your name, okay? Thank you. You guys got your name, Good job. Doing really well, you guys. Thank you. Yeah, that's really awesome. See, because look at all those ideas that you're putting in there. Remember, you guys, you're convincing your audience, so you want to convince your audience. I don't think students should have homework. Be very convincing. You guys are doing awesome.
I'm splitting examples that I have.
Right, exactly, and that's the purpose of the organizer. So we only have about 5 minutes left, you guys. What I want you to do, make sure you have your name, make sure you shared it with me. In the next 5 minutes, I'm gonna look and see who's sharing with me, okay? Make sure I got all of you before you leave, okay? I see Jacoby, I see Zane, I see Kaden. Okay.
I didn't share mine with you.
Alright, so make sure you do that. It's ascott @mommyk12. It should pop up. I just want to make sure I have all you guys before we take off today. Okay, Braille, got you. Colin, were you able to get it? Not quite.
I shared like bookmark it.
Wait, I do have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, I got everyone. I got everyone.
Colin, add your name to
Yeah,
it.
but these.
So you guys can either keep, why don't you guys, You can hang on to them. I don't expect you guys to like treasure them forever, but if you ever had an essay and you kind of want to use this as a reference.
You know what I would do? I would collect them,
Oh,
staple their essays to them, and they would go in their binder.
okay,
Wait,
yeah, let's
who's
do
yours
that.
then?
Huh?
Who's yours?
Lamar Jackson.
That's what mine was.
Who's yours?
Okay, yeah, that's a good idea.
Put your packet back together, how
You're
she
good.
had it originally.